All right, it's my birthday. We're at Red Rooster Harlem. I'm going to have all of my best friends who are here for my birthday say how they met me and something nice. So I'm gonna give them a minute and a half, 2 minutes each. We're gonna start with my roommate, Therese.
Hi everyone. Hello. My name is Therese, and yes, we are at Red Rooster, Harlem, and this is actually where me and Tradell met. I don't think I hired him, or I don't think I fired him, but I do know he worked here with me about 2015. So that's a long time ago. So we've known each other for a very long time. And when I left Red Rooster, he followed me downtown. We worked in other restaurants in the West Village, and we had a big connection. And we went out dancing. That's when he fell in love with me because I'm a dancer. He did not know I can dance for a Chinese girl slash white girl. So here we are. I want to wish him a happy, happy birthday. And now he's my roommate because I left my ex husband. Sorry, funny. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna.
Yo, I can't.
Here we go. He's here with other best friends, and here's the most beautiful lady at the table.
Oh no!
Yeah.
How am I gonna beat that?
Come on, you can do
I need
it.
a scandal. Okay, so I met Tradell years ago when he had longer hair and I had platinum white hair, like short. As you can see, it has been a time. But we met on the internet. Well, first we knew each other on the internet, and then we met in LA. We were both in LA at the time, and we just got really close. I feel like we're kind of very different people. Trudell's our writer though. He is. We're on both sort of extremes, but we just got along because there's an energy about us. He's a Leo. I'm a Leo rising, and I feel like there was just some energy between us. And I ended up moving to LA because he was dating a man, and the man was working for a really big artist. And so he was like, "Yo, come to LA. I know you want to be in fashion." And even back then, when I was in tech, like he genuinely always had the best of like intentions for me. He always believed in me when I didn't, and so he basically put me onto this job, and it kind of like really put me in this fashion game in a different way. And there's no one else that rides for me like Trudell. So that's my man. So happy birthday! And I'm gonna move it on to Bree. Okay, thank you, Reva. I know, like that last part made me want to cry. All right, so we're here at Red Rooster celebrating Trudell, and am I in the frame? Okay. I met Trudell modeling in South Africa. I was there just after leaving Dubai, and I was about 20 years old. And Trudell came over to the model apartment that I was living in with other models that were with my agency and without my agency. And we had a roommate. I had a roommate, and she wasn't my favorite roommate, but she was.
Like her. That's what invited me.
the roommate that invited Trudell was a roommate that was throwing the party, and I didn't really like her, but she was throwing a party at the house, and I was like, okay, like I'm literally here, so I'll go check it out. Then Trudell and I ended up bonding there at the party over like a dislike for this person originally, but then we found out we had a lot of things in common, and we just started hanging out in Cape Town. And I feel so grateful to have known Trudell for so many years, all over the years, different places, New York and LA, and Trudell always inspires me, and we always have like amazing talks together that keep me inspired to be in this industry and continue creating and being creative. And I'm so grateful for our friendship, and that's pretty much, yeah, that's how we met. Okay, so I'm passing it to Moonbear.
Might is alone, right?
Is it good? Okay.
Are we good? Okay, so I met Tradell through our friend Vio at a New Year's Eve party, and I just moved to LA. I didn't have an apartment yet, and I saw a camera on the counter. I was like, "Whose camera is this?" And he's like, "It's my camera." I'm like, "Oh my god, another YouTuber! Finally!" Because in New York, no one did YouTube, and I was annoyed. And then I came there, and I was like, "Period." And I feel like there was other people at the party, but it was giving kind of I don't know. They were kind of uppity. No shade, no shade. But that was really chill and cool. And then we were hanging out from then, and then we ended up moving into the same building in LA, and that was another little chapter. And then now we're both back in New York. It's lit.
Check my levels right. You hear me? Yeah. Bring that in. What's up, Tradell? Where do I start? Um, I met Tradell amongst a group of friends, and it's quite interesting because we've actually knew each other prior, but never really crossed paths at Michigan State. And all right,
We're gonna take a
yeah. Mm,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
got a glass of lemonade. And I have two Chardonnays.
Yes, right here. Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
back.
So I met Tradell amongst a group of friends. I think what was most interesting is we developed a relationship hanging out with this group. Everyone pretty much just moved into New York at this time, fresh out of school. So it was very much party time, and that's what it was. It was a big party, and it was a good time all the time. But I think what was interesting with the relationship that I developed with Tradell is that I really gravitated to his transparency and consistency over the time. I found it really interesting how much of an open book he was, particularly with really sacred information that was very close to chest to him. Um, and it really just opened my eyes and really just kind of helped me understand who he was as a person. And it's like an infectious kind of thing where you end up opening up about yourself and just getting to know each other on a deeper level. But overall, I mean, I think over the years, he's just, as I said before, he's just been consistently a phenomenal friend, always showing up, very much loyal, and very much himself through the thick and the thin of it. But we all love him for that. So cheers to Tradell. Happy birthday.
You ready for this?
I guess so. So, my first meeting of Tradell was as a manager at Mr. Purple. He was my bartender, and he decided to go to an Afropunk concert right before work and showed up to work, made it through the shift, but by the end of the shift, we had to close out receipts, old fashioned style, where you enter in each single tip on every receipt and then staple the receipt. And this man fell asleep back straight, perfectly seated in a stool with no back support, 110% asleep. And I realized at that moment that while I might have been mad as a manager, I was definitely laughing my ass off as a friend. And that this man has definitely had to be a part of my life. And ever since then, he's been a great friend. So thank you. Happy birthday. Love you too. Cheers.
Make sure Janice
Oh, Janice. Tell me when. Okay. Okay, I met Tradell on a summer day in 2011. We were meeting at the train station on St. Nick and 135th Street. He was coming from one direction, I was coming from the other direction. We had never seen each other before. This was before Instagram and all of that stuff. So we were there. We met up.
finally it happened. Oh my God, because I have been flaking time after time again. So this all happened because of one of my best friends that went to MSU with Treadell. She connected us when I moved here. I had no friends, and she like, you gotta hit up T-Hawk. That's gonna be your friend. Blah blah blah. Mind you, years before when we were all in college, and I would go to MSU and act a nut. Julia used to be like, "Oh, you gotta meet T-Hawk. Like, I think y'all will really get along. Blah blah blah. Hit it off." So, we did in New York. And we went to a brunch for like some stuffy girl. I don't remember. It was like everybody was in their Sunday's best. We in the East Village of New York, like in Sunday school clothes in 2011. I don't know. But we left there and decided that we were going to go drinking. And it's pretty much been rocking ever since then. Treadell and I grew up together in New York. That's what I like to say. He's been my brother. He's been my confidant. He's been such a support system and pushing me out of my own way. And it's been very reciprocal. Like one of my favorite things about Treadell is that he goes all in all the time. Like if he's riding with you, he's riding with you. If he's really into something, he's really into that thing. Like he gives it 100% when he's dedicated to it. And sometimes that could be his detriment, but to me it's still like one of his best traits, because if you can really bet and believe in yourself and put 100% into something that you're doing, like at some point in life it's gonna win for you. And I feel like repeatedly throughout his life he's been winning, and it's because he continues to put 100% into what he does and what he gives. And I know it's done so much for our friendship, and it's done so much for me in my life. A lot of the experiences that I've been able to have here in New York, or just as a person living in this human existence, has really been because of Treadell going 100 all the time and like dragging me along with him. And you know what? Like, I'm happy to say that he has helped me be able to keep up the pace, and I don't know where I would be in New York without him. Like, I don't know that I would be in New York without him. He's been my right-hand man for almost 15 years. And I'm so grateful to Julia for introducing us. And I'm so happy that he didn't just like push me to the side after I flaked on him for like the fourth time. But yeah, bro, I love you. I got you always,
Yeah, you put me in frame.
Are you gonna give a recap of how your perspective?
Yeah.
I want to see your perspective.
I'm mad you just made me almost cry.
I think also a part of Janice being emotional is a friend that introduced us. We lost. And we loved her so much, and it only made our friendship stronger too. But we're so thankful for Julia for bringing us together, and I'm just so thankful for all of my friends. I love each and every one of y'all, and just like Janice is saying, like I drag her along. She's done the same for me. When I don't haven't believed in myself, she's like, suck that shit up, nigga, go hard. You got this every single time, and I love her to death for it. I love each and every one of y'all, and I just feel super blessed. So we're gonna go back to enjoying our dinner. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for doing that with me.